Today's deadline for imposing sky-high tariffs on countries has been pushed off until August 1st. But President Trump says more import taxes on industries are on the way.
We're going to be announcing pharmaceuticals, chips, and various couple of other things.
The president plans to put a 50% levy on imported copper despite domestic production and place a separate tariff on semiconductors. He's also threatening drug companies with a tariff increase if they don't move manufacturing to the U.S. within 12 to 18 months.
They have to bring the pharmaceuticals into the country, the drugs and other things into the country. They're going to be tariffed at a very, very high rate, like 200%.
Trump announced new tariff rates in 14 countries that go into effect August 1st. That includes 25% on major trading partners South Korea and Japan.
What makes little sense to many folks is why he's going after our allies, Japan and South Korea, and then cutting a deal with China. I mean, the reality is a lot of the jobs went to China.
The administration says the tariffs have already netted the U.S. around $100 billion.
We could expect that could be well over $300 billion by the end of the year.
The Congressional Budget Office estimates the tariffs could bring in $2.8 trillion over the next 10 years. In Washington, Caroline Shively, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Well, American families are feeling the impact of tariffs and are changing how they spend money. A survey of 2,000 adults found that people report seeing price hikes in their groceries, restaurant bills, clothing, and vehicles, with many saying they won't buy new technology or furniture because of those increased prices. Many people believe the economy is permanently changed and recovery won't happen anytime soon. Well, a shift is underway in the U.S. housing market. Real estate investors are purchasing more homes as soaring prices and high borrowing costs keep many traditional buyers from buying. According to Data Batch, more than a quarter of all homes sold in the first 3 months of the year were bought by investors. That's the highest in at least 5 years, and some experts say this raises concerns about shrinking housing opportunities for first-time home buyers with limited budgets. Well, blue-green algae has been cropping up in some Bay Area lakes recently. KTVU meteorologist Roberta Gonzalez is standing by at Shadow Cliffs Recreation Area in Pleasanton with more. Roberta, you're out of the water and out on dry land.
There's so much to do here at Shadow Cliffs. It's running between Pleasanton and Livermore, Andre, about a mile away from downtown Pleasanton. But when I think Shadow Cliffs, I always think water. So we wanted to check out the blue-green algae situation here. And it's okay. There's a caution up. It's swimmable, but if you see something, report it to one of the lifeguards. But you can definitely swim at Shadow Cliffs. You can't at Quarry Lake. That has been closed due to blue-green algae. But when you come on out to Shadow Cliffs, boy, it's summertime, right? And take a look at just how dry the vegetation is out here. Last month, our local firefighters had a training mission out here so they could prepare and be ready to go if anything did catch fire, which is a strong possibility because, let's face it, Steve Paulson is forecasting temperatures near 100 degrees or more in some of our inland areas tomorrow, Friday, and it's a very short-lived heat wave, but nonetheless, summertime is here. Dave Mason is with East Bay Park and Recreations, and Dave, there's so much to do when you come out to our local parks and recreation. Tell me about this because this is all new.
Yeah, this whole little area here is new, a pavilion, kind of an entry to the trail gate or trail ahead here with a whole new kind of Arroyo nature area. It's not new, it's kind of reintroduced with this gateway here with panels and things that'll tell you about all the local wildlife that's out here.
Yeah, I love it because I know there's a lot of life, but you guys have pinpointed it for me here now. What should I do if I see something like one of these mangy coyotes running around?
This is the time of year you'll see coyotes venturing off, so you really kind of want to just give them a distance, really. And if you do have children, keep them close by. If you have dogs, put them on a leash. Those are usually the best things to do.
You've already talked about the water, the blue-green algae situation. Not bad here at Shadow Cliffs. We do have a caution for some of the areas. I did see some scum over there down towards the boat area. Don't let your dogs drink the water. And also watch for potential snakes for your dogs and for yourself. What do you do if you come upon a rattlesnake?
Rattlesnake, definitely, keep your distance from that one. Usually they'll give you a rattle and give you a little warning, which is great. But really the immediate thing to do is if maybe you're bitten by a rattlesnake is just to call 911 or get emergency emergency help right away. Don't try to, suck out poison, do all that. They have antivenoms and things like that at hospitals. The thing is to get emergency help right away as quickly as possible.
I know in Pleasanton, a lot of people come out here for the bird watching. They say it is just absolutely spectacular, and the air is wonderful. The sky is blue. What can we see out here?
A lot of birds. You might be seeing some, blue herons out here, maybe some egrets, maybe even the eagle or hawks from above. Yeah, this area is definitely known for its birding and other things. There's a pond over there and some trails, and so it's really kind of a nice area that folks don't necessarily think about when they're here at Shadow Cliffs for the swimming, the water. But we want folks to, hey, there's a whole nature area over here to come and enjoy.
There is, and these trails are totally awesome. Steve Paulson was talking about triathlons in the past. I know I participated in them out here. They're dusty, they're hot, and so you have to come out here hydrated. But also be aware that because of our floods this past winter, we do have a particular section that is closed.
Yeah, the Lakeview Trail is closed out here, mostly from damage, probably from the storms or other things, and that happens throughout all our parks. So check our website definitely to see what parks, trails might be impacted by who knows what, the weather, blue-green algae. It's always good to check our website before you head out to a park.
That's great advice, and you've been giving us a lot of do's. You can go on out and you could bird watch. You could go into the water. You can go boating here. I see people at 6 o'clock in the morning bringing their boats in because you stock the lake with fish. But what are some of the don'ts?
The don'ts, I would say, definitely this park and a lot of our parks is no fireworks. Any of our parks is allowed. Same with smoking or vaping is not allowed. That's for fire safety. Obviously, this time of year and as we're going into fire season's, peak, we really want to make sure that those are followed. And other things like wildlife, not feeding the wildlife. Either here at home, it's really important not to feed them and mess with their kind of behavior and their ecology. So there's some definite don'ts there.
I like that advice because I have seen people come out here before with peanuts for the squirrels. Don't feed the squirrels, okay? So it's 85 degrees out here right now here in Pleasanton at Shadow Cliffs, going up to a high temperature tomorrow between about 95 and 100 degrees. Any advice for anybody heading on out here?
I would say definitely bring water. Everybody knows that they should bring water, but I'll say don't forget it for your pets. They need the water too, so make sure that you come prepared, think ahead, and bring water for whoever's coming with you, including your furry friends.
Well, this whole area, this pavilion area, has only been here for a couple of years now, but I think it's so cool because you have thought about the pets already out here in the Pleasanton Shadow Cliffs area as well, and I thank you for that. Thank you for all the do's and don'ts, and your website again is ebparks.org, and I highly recommend it if you're going to be heading out to any East Bay Park and Recreation area or any park in the North Bay, the South Bay. Check the website so you can see what is open, what is not open, and if there is a caution or a warning for the water because of the blue-green algae, because I got to tell you, Andre, as the summer progresses and the temperature goes up and you have the water and it's very calm, that's when you start to see that bacteria develop.
Interesting. Yeah, the waters aren't rough at all, and that starts to grow in there. Roberta, reporting for us live there at Shadow Cliffs. Thank you so much for joining us, and now I know the warning from rattlesnakes.